I know for a fact Koga has been gifted with the gift of healing. I know God has given me the gift of healing. He didn't put it in the land just for it to be saying, oh, I got the gift of healing, child. It does no good to nobody. He put it in the land for people to be healed. And yet nobody really works with that. To see people dying prematurely because we don't believe God. And yet the word says He heals. He gave the gifts of healing. There are so many diseases today, and we just letting it go by without anything being done. We run to Benny Hinn, we run to all these other folks, but we got people in our community. And you know, people used to talk about them old folks. They used to go to Sister Janie's house, Janie and Mims, when people got sick. And one man said when the lady down the street got sick, his mom came, and when she got through praying, the woman had done threw up all this infection out of her stomach, because you know how to go and pray and tell God what He said. And we got to get, we ain't got to, we going to get back to it. Yes. Doctors ain't going to be able to cure what's coming. That's it. Stuff is coming so fast. You heard about the stock market dropping today, whole 600 and some points. Money is going to get so tight, they ain't going to be giving out food stamps or welfare and Social Security. We're going to have to do some other stuff. We're going to have to learn how to make some hot rolls. Flour. It'll go a long way to feed somebody. We're going to have to learn how to do some of the stuff that God wants us to do. But anyway, I get on my soapbox. And I tell you something else the Lord told me. It was before the heat wave started that the next great thing is going to be the heat wave. The heat. So we need to start getting our bodies adjusted to heat. Because they aren't going to be able to supply all of us with the heat. With their conditioning. Okay? And so when the systems start blowing out, we're going to have to start opening some windows and learn how to go sit back under the shade tree again like we used to do and use the fan. So we need to get ready for it. The Lord's already put it. And He said in His word in Amos, He would not do anything in the land unless He reveals it to a prophet. And the people, even Hal Lindsey on Saturday night was talking about the stuff that God is doing. And just because you don't see it happen this year, don't think it ain't going to happen. It's going to happen. I remember before the storms came, I put out a paper that said storm is coming. And y'all, I don't know how God does it, but He gives a word. He makes you know He gave a word. And whether you tell it or not, it still happens. He said to me, a storm is coming. I was like, a storm is coming? Scared, but I made up a flyer and put it out and was handing it out very sparingly because I didn't want God's feeling to be hurt when the people didn't believe Him. So I didn't hand it out everywhere. I just gave people, like, I flipped one to Koga. I know. And I'm not ashamed of that because there's a lot of times I don't do what I'm supposed to. I know it's a lot of us. But I'm saying, okay. But anyway, so I passed out the flyers. Nobody could have told me those storms was coming right behind each other. They came. And then the Lord allowed us, me and Miss Koga, to take a truckload of stuff to Mississippi. The next few years, the Lord came back and said devastation and destruction. It's on my phone today. It's been 6 years. Devastation and destruction have not stopped since that time I put it on my phone. And a couple of months ago, and I put it in my newsletter, heat was going to be the next major thing that's going to come into the land. So just start, as you go around, tell people, you need to get used to it. You need to go back out in the yard and work some more. Go start doing things. Yes, ma'am. I'm a computer junkie. Okay. On the internet. I like to read a
more of the news than I do on the TV because I really don't sit in front of the TV. But in Texas, it caught my attention because I was doing something I had no business doing at that time. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, I just thought you were saying you didn't do nothing like that.
That's the hell. I ain't say that.
Oh, I thought you were saying you did. And we kept saying we all do shit. Yeah, but you did.
No, when I mean you did something, you didn't do what you was told. I mean, God gave you an insight or something, and you were supposed to spread the word, and you didn't do it.
Okay.
That's what I meant by that part. I always do what I'm not told. She was just telling me that outside in the car. Anyway, I was reading an article on the internet. I was really going to my email, but I seen, because, you know, I like to be nosy a little bit, you know me. Anyway, so in the article, in Texas, somewhere in Texas, it was talking about a lake that the fish died, and it was red like blood. But the scientists, so when I read it, I was like, oh, I told you Sonya was in the book of Revelation. See that I told you this and this and then she talking about shut up and, you know, do what we doing. So we doing what we doing, but I'm still talking about this article. And it was an Indian guy. Some man that got some foreign name, start with an A. But anyway, it was an Indian guy, and he was saying that it's a sign from God because the water is red like blood, and the fish in there is dead. For real, for real. So, but the science is trying to say it's some big old word, CHROM, somebody else, or some other things down there, bacteria. We never talked about that in science.
A couple of years ago, they had all the birds falling out the sky.